Hey y'all, so it's my day off. I've got a little bit of a cold I'm fighting, but I just got off the phone with a coaching client and I thought I would share with you some stuff that came up. And one of the things I sort of keep running into with some coaching clients, especially people who are sort of new, trying to get into the Broadway scene in New York, is right now there's a whole thing happening where Actors Equity has transitioned from traditional sign-ins for EPAs to digital sign-ins and course calls as well through the members only website. And a lot of members can't get signed in. People, like, as soon as these things go live, they fill up in minutes and people can't get signed in. And what ends up happening is, I guess, you have to try to go that day and hope that you're going to get on some sort of cancellation list, or if people don't show up, which chances are pretty great people aren't going to show up. And as nice, and maybe Equity will figure out a way to sort of make it better, the sign-in thing, because I think I'm wondering if there's like robots, somehow sort of hijacking the system. But this client I was working with this morning is non-union, and she's quite often getting very fed up because she wants to go to an audition, maybe crash an EPA or a course call, and looks on Audition Update and sees that perhaps they're typing out, or perhaps they're, not seeing non-union people. And she just, week after week, she's like, I decided not to go. I looked on Audition Update. I'm glad I didn't go because, they didn't see people. And I just had this thought, when I first came to New York, Audition Update didn't exist, and digital sign-ins didn't exist. And the only way you were going to, get to an audition was by showing up. And what we have to get to a point is you have to get to a point as an actor where what you want is worth it. It doesn't matter if you get seen or you don't get seen, because you want it. So you show up. If you don't get seen, who cares, right? Go, move on, do something else. Do you have something else you want to create? Do you want to go to the gym? Do you need to eat something? Do you need to socialize with people? Because it's all about the journey, and the people you're going to meet at that audition could be the next director, the next person you're going to run into. If you don't start showing up for your career, then your career's not going to meet you. This is part of the hustle. And if you're not going to an EPA, if you're just hiding behind Audition Update, because here's the thing, there are 5 people, I mean, I don't know if that's for sure, but there will be 5 people, at least, maybe 3, who will get seen because they showed up that morning. And if it means that much to you, if you're not showing up, then I question how much it means to you to be an actor. I really do. You got to show up. And the other element of that is you got to show up, and you got to know who's in the room, who's auditioning, who potentially you could meet, who that knows somebody in that room. Because here's the other element of all of this. EPAs and chorus calls it's never about booking the job, right? They are an opportunity for you to start relationships with people and to meet people. And quite often, the people in those rooms are going to be the next Bernie Telsey. That they're going to be the next Kathleen Marshall. So you need to start keeping track of who's in the room, who you met, who you don't know, who you do know. If you're going to leave, if you don't get seen, leave your headshot with a Post-it note saying, hey, I met you at this place, or blah, 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 right? Find ways for you to get around these obstacles. And the only way you're going to do that is by really showing up. You won't be affected by the digital sign-ins. You won't be affected by whether or not you get on the list, because you showed up and you've showing up consistently. So anyway, that was what came up today. What are your thoughts? How are you showing up for yourself? Are you making it to as many of these auditions as you can? Does it mean that much to you that it's worth getting up that early and waiting in line for the potential of not being seen? And what are you doing outside of that to feed yourself, to feed your soul, to feed your artist, and to feed the human? All right. Leave that in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you soon.